Welcome back to the Punch Bowl, episode 4. Very glad to be back. Very glad to be here with my friends talking about my favorite game, Yu-Gi-Oh! How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. How about everyone else?
Man,
I'm doing fantastic.
I'm doing tremendous.
I'm doing so good.
Stupendous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And how about that YCS news, dude? Changing it from Philly like a month and a half later, to from the middle of the month to the end, bro. I bet so many people are mad about booking hotels and flights.
I mean, we're lucky that we're so close, but
yeah.
if I had already made travel accommodations, I wouldn't be too happy. But I mean, to be I'm not gonna say to be fair, because maybe it could have been announced earlier, but I mean, it was during a bad weekend. Let's be honest. I think Taylor Swift was playing multiple shows in Philly that weekend, so.
And I think it was Mother's Day.
They finally had the
Mother's Day,
wherewithal
Taylor
to-
Swift. There's so much going on that weekend that it's it's
funny,
doable,
too?
but it's not the best time for a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, if we're gonna be honest.
Yeah. Well, so many people were like, "Mom, I can't make it." I was one of those people.
Yu-Gi-Oh's more important, Mom.
I was like, "Sorry, Mama, I gotta go play cards." But what's funny is Caden every day for the last 3 weeks has been asking me, "Want to figure out hotel arrangements tonight? Want to figure out hotel arrangements tonight?" I was like, "We'll get there, dude." I'm so glad we did not book a hotel yet.
Yeah.
But also now Himmels and Nick can both make it, which is very exciting to me.
Feels so much better.
I had my sister's graduation that weekend before, but
Yeah.
now I'm like, I'm free now. I can play cards again that weekend. That'll be nice.
Having all the boys there. It's going to be a good time. I really think so. I've never been to a YCS.
They're a lot of fun. There's vendors all over the place. I don't know how this one will be set up, but when we went to Hartford, it was they had the main area, right? The main playing room. Then outside they had a whole bunch of vendors, and people after every round, people just go out there, trade, chill, relax, do whatever, talk to the vendors. And the vendors at YCS have so much cool stuff there.
We're gonna have to hold
I
Andy
bought
back.
they got it's,
Oh my god,
It's
Andy,
really-
you're
it's
gonna
really
you're
hard
gonna have
to
to give you a
physically
budget
hold Andy
envelope,
back.
dude.
I bought a really cool judge mat there. They got old judge mats from the last 10, 12 years there that you could get, and they're not that badly priced either. So
I'm gonna be lost.
That's sweet.
yeah, lost
Be
and
like,
buying
lost
all
I'm
the,
definitely
lost
going to save
all
up
the
some
goodies.
packs
cards
for it,
there,
'cause I
man.
know I'm going to want to pick up some stuff.
I have so many cars I have to give away and grab.
give away. I'll take them if you're giving away. For
How many
Oh,
decks
no.
are you gonna build there, Andy?
You don't even.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna end up with a
Infinite.
Black Beast.
Andy is
That'd be a
Andy's
sweet
vendor's best
pickup. I'm
friend.
not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Jake, you should tell about how when Andy the first time we went to Tables and Towers for a 3v3 or a case tournament or whatever, and Andy's just sitting there at every single vendor,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. He was making his rounds. Andy had I guess had never seen a vendor before or something. We're at this venue in Maryland, and Andy's just going table to table. There's 6 vendor tables there, and Andy's like, "Yeah, I'll buy this." They could literally have been like, "Yeah, I got this card you've never seen before, $60." And Andy's like, "Man, I'll take it. I will take
Andy
it."
walked out of that with max rarity Madolche, bro.
Yeah, he just straight up max rated with Dolce. That was funny, dude.
It was a good
Oh.
time.
It was a good
Andy, I
time.
love going to
That's where
events
I
with you
got-
for that reason. You're
Oh, that's where Josh sold his PK. Sad.
Oh,
He sold his torn skills. Oh,
Josh, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, we miss you, buddy, in the game.
yeah.
To be fair, yeah, our buddy Josh sold out of the game when max rarity PK was $3,200 or something,
yeah.
and then
good
a
deal.
month he sold out at that time, and now max rarity PK is what $400-500.
It was he didn't want to move it for a better deal though. He just wanted it gone. He was like, "Yeah, just
That's
give me vendor prices."
insane.
I was like, "Fair." He just wanted the cash, which makes sense. If you're out of the game, why hold on to the cards?
Yeah, exactly.
But
He
I
picked up pendulums
I'm
the
excited.
same day, and then he lost.
Oh my gosh, I
yeah,
forgot.
he picked up
yeah,
pendulums, played DB one time, one round,
Against
one
me.
game, and then said, "I'm not
I'm
playing
not playing
anymore."
anymore.
but hey, we got some big events coming out though outside of Philly,
Yes.
right? What do we got?
Yes,
next
we
weekend?
have the 3v3 next weekend, baby.
Yes, sir.
Which by the time this comes out will be in a few days.
Yeah. So when this
3v3
comes out,
will
we'll
be in a few days.
be heavy preparing for that one probably.
Yep. And I will be playing Cash Tira. I know Nick will be as well because it's
Yes.
going to be me, Nick, and Himmels on a team. Himmels, what are you
I'll
playing?
probably play Labyrinth. I could play Tier though. Like in actuality, like I could play either
Tier's
one.
So good.
So I know I think we're going to talk about how we were prepping, but like making a deck choice here is really, I don't really know what I want to play, because I think I touched on this a little bit. Maybe we talked about this last week a bit, where I think Labyrinth's a very good deck, but I think people are so over prepared for that deck right now that it makes it hard
People
to play.
maining Cosmic.
It's-
Yeah.
Well, mainly Cosmic's not.
yeah.
I don't care about that. People like side decking triple Danko Sekka and stuff. Like people weren't siding triple Danko Sekka during
Yeah.
Eldritch format.
The way
They're
that
they're
Yeah, right,
over
buddy.
prepared for this deck now because
Yeah.
we have this deck
Yeah.
and Trap Tricks in the meta at the same time. So I'm
That's
like,
what
what
I'm-
if I just play something like a combo deck or something opposite of it? I just
It's
don't want
a-
to fall
Well,
to a
tier
Rise
is
Heart
tier is
pass.
cool because like people aren't prepared for tier.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose to a Rise Heart.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like, are you expecting to play against a lot of cash?
Probably. I
Cash
might just play
money.
Book of Moon though.
In-
Like, what if I play Book of Moon in the main and like Book of Moon Imperm?
Yeah, just draw
that
it.
sucks.
I'll draw it.
What I'm noticed
You'll mill it.
what I noticed is for Labyrinth is that Labyrinth is being more have played in like smaller events, and it makes sense because if you play like in a bigger event that has like 10 to 12 rounds, it's not gonna have the best of time because, like you said, people are gonna be putting Danko Sekka, Cosmic Cyclone, or even
People are even citing Jinzo right
even
now.
Jinzo,
Yeah,
Twin
yeah.
Twisters. Like you're just not gonna have the best of time in like a YCS.
You know, if Jinzo's in the format, bro, it's a it's
Dude,
a
like
bad time
people
for
were
trap
not
decks.
playing. Okay, Danko. People weren't really playing Danko when Eldritch was popular. Obviously, people weren't playing Jinzo. I think the fact that Jinzo is just like basically like you get to summon it for free and like in branded makes it like not
Mhm,
makes trap
yeah.
decks not have a very good time. And I actually think
Yeah.
Trap Tricks is more playable than Labyrinth right now because like Rafflesia exists as a card. They go summon Danko Sekka, you go, okay, Floodgate Trap Hole, and you don't care. Like you go Rafflesia send Floodgate
Yeah,
Trap
yeah.
Hole, and you don't really care. Labyrinth, they go summon Danko Sekka, you look at your hand and your field, and you're like, go next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the tough part, at least for me, when I was playing Labyrinth for like a couple weeks, the tough part about Labyrinth for me was like it's hard to tech out Labyrinth because it's like you either go furniture or no furniture. Because like if you put in too many tech cards, it just makes your brick hands brickier.
Yeah, and I was like even thinking to myself, I'm like, what are some tech cards I could play in Labyrinth that make the deck like more playable? Like maybe you could side in something like an not Ash Blossom. I think you already either side or main those, but like siding in cards like Effect Veiler, which in theory, like Effect Veiler hits most decks right now. I don't think Veiler's bad by any means, but it's not high impact in a trap deck. But if it helps you play, it helps you play.
Well, what do you think about the Dragoon package in Labyrinth?
Oh, I don't own those cards, so I'm not playing it.
Would you test it?
No.
No.
I think
I
think
also
it's
saw
good in a
people-
vacuum. It's the same thing
I
as
think
like
it's good if you draw well, but like I said, brick hands brick harder with cards like that.
yeah,
What about-
exactly. It's like I don't want to add when I'm playing any deck for the most part. I want to try to minimize the amount of bricks I'm playing.
Yep.
What about Labyrinth Guru?
There are
Oh
you're
my
like
God, Andy.
that's really funny.
Stop, dude.
And when you're playing Labyrinth, you already draw Lovely one out of every two hands because she's glued to your hand.
Oh.
So
For Himmels, it's every game.
It's-
Himmels
I
always
come back from a
draws
tournament, I'm like,
Lovely.
so I played 8 rounds in like 20 games, and I drew Lovely in 18 of them.
That's insane.
And the other one, you drew Ku Klux.
What do you say?
The other ones, you drew Ku Klux.
Drawing Ku Klux, fine. I could do that because then my opponent is not ready for Ku Klux if I have a play live. The issue is
I've also seen. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the issue is drawing Lovely when she can't do anything.
Yeah. That feels bad. But I've seen people starting to main Fenrir in Labyrinth. I don't know what you think about that because I've been off the deck for a while.
That was an old tech actually, and I brought this up before the 3v3 YCS to some of our friends that were playing it. I was like, hey, something that to think about is you could play, as long as you're not playing Gozen Match in the main, right? Which I don't think most people are at this point.
Yeah.
You could just play Fenrir. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's pretty good because like you don't commit your normal or special summon, or like you don't have anything that really conflicts with Fenrir in the deck.
Right.
Unless the only thing that would is Gozen, and Fenrir is like, I guess technically if you're playing Fenrir, you're not playing Duality. or you play both
Yeah.
and you just save the duality for the
Yeah.
follow-up, which is also fine.
Yeah. And it's like you have to draw both, so it's like
Yeah. So I think it's good. I debated it a little bit as well because I was like, what tech cards can I play that are basically going to be good going first or going second that I don't mind if I draw
Yeah.
like at any
well,
point in
what's
the
your
match.
worst matchup right now?
I don't really know.
It's hard to say with this
Whatever
format,
deck
right?
draws their outs to Labyrinth.
Whatever deck draws Ash and
Whatever
I'm playing
deck
Crossout
mains
for
evenly.
Ash, but no,
you're playing Crossout right now.
I'm siding
You're siding it?
Crossout. I mean,
Yeah.
it hits.
I think that's correct right now.
It hits
a-
Ash Blossom,
If a deck
right?
mains
Because I'm siding
evenly-
Ash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep like one evenly matched in, and it's fine. And then I could cross out Eradicator because every deck that can play Eradicator right now is playing Eradicator.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So
Eradicator's so strong.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I saw Jesse Cotton was talking about this in his last video. He was talking about it totally makes sense. It's Kashtira is, it might, arguably might not be the best deck. I think most people would concede that it is, but even if you don't think it's the best deck, it's definitely the most represented deck at the moment.
yeah,
And because of that, it's like you're either playing like one of two ways at the moment with Kashtira, a Rise Heart Pass, or like playing in a Nib, right? And because of like the two different styles, you're creating side decks and main decks for people to play around. Either you're playing Kaijus and board breakers, or you're playing like Nibiru and hand traps, And because like Cash is so represented, you almost force the whole format into playing into that. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So like the whole format is right now like also losing to Lava Golem, which just feels bad.
It feels so bad.
It feels so bad. Like I hate Lava Golem. I
Lava
think it's
Golem,
such a problem
Kaijus.
card when it's in the meta. Like I don't know if it's like ban worthy, like on like limited or something, but like that card just feels like it's like so unintuitive.
On DB.
I mean,
It
you can say
only
the same thing about
happens-
Kaijus, but I mean, I
It
guess
only,
absolutely.
it only happens in formats where like we feel like boss monsters are really like problem cards. It's like when like we don't really think of like Agnisters like being boss monster, like a Towers. We don't even in general. We don't feel like a Towers is gonna be that big of a deal until it actually like has like it's a floodgate that and not only is it just a Towers, but it like say like for a Rise Heart, it's just a body that's there that's 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. It
Mhm.
has a quick effect banish face down. And then also just protection if you have it, if you have Big Bang. It's
if you,
there
if
are-
you attach the Goliath to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a problem card. Like even at the end of the day, it's like if you end on a Rise Heart, most decks will just scoop if they don't
Not
have
if
the
you
edge.
kaiju it, Andy. Not if you
Yeah,
kaiju
the
it.
problem with that sentiment though, I think, is that like as powerful as Kashtira is once it gets rolling, it has so many. It loses to so many cards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huge choke points, like massive choke
Yeah,
points.
like you can literally imperm or Ash Unicorn and they will set to pass sometimes,
Yeah.
And it's like even when they establish a Rise Heart, it's like if you out the Rise Heart and you don't let them get birth access or you deal with the birth, like they're really kind of just screwed.
The deck has
Um,
like a lot of ways to play through interruptions, but at the same time it doesn't. It's just like super hand
Yeah.
dependent. It's the same thing with like Branded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Branded, sometimes they have the hand to play through like 3+ interruptions, and sometimes they get normal Aluber and you go imperm, and they
Imperm.
go pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It feels like branded, honestly, just a little bit more powerful. But
Yep.
that's that's going to be for Cyberstorm access. Branded's going to
But,
feel like this shit. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it will.
Oh my god.
Like, the 3v3 and even like the YCS, since you're saying like Jesse Cotton, I was also watching a bit. I watch a lot of Joshua Schmidt.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love
Absolutely.
his content and him actually speaking about how Sprite, and actually if we're looking in the past, Sprite is actually coming up more as
Oh my
a
gosh,
top tier
yes.
deck that's competing against Kashtira.
I
which is
think I
crazy.
think it's currently Sprite and Kashtira are the top two decks in my opinion.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
Um,
Like
just because Sprite's so versatile.
it really is.
It is so versatile, and it makes me miss playing the deck because like the deck can play so many different ways. You could play Runic, you could play Live Twin, you could play Pure, you could play Adventure, and it's just like all of them are good and all of them choke you out.
They really do.
The
You
sprite
can
engine
literally
is
lose
too
to just
good to not be
red
good.
carrot.
Red carrot
It's-
is
yeah.
crazy.
But
Like-
it's like
It
like
says
it's funny.
special summon for free, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I understand.
It's like if you don't stop the starter, like you're probably not winning that game.
it's a deck that like if you
Crazy.
see like I understand like Elf made complete sense, and I understand now even with the OCG like they banned Elf just recently.
Yeah.
But like there are cards like Reaper Docus that is being played. Reaper Docus is crazy, man. It just takes
Yeah, I
enough,
seen that. I seen
and they
that.
make Elf or the Melfi place. Like the Melfi is insane. That's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen, man.
It's cool, and it's just a 2-card engine.
really
2,
is.
sometimes 3.
It's so
Pretty
cool.
cool.
And I enjoy that deck here and there. I definitely I'm probably thinking of going back into the Melfi line because I feel like the Melfi is the most like I would say like the better version of all the other versions
Mhm.
besides like Live Twin.
Yeah, and yeah, I would agree. And I think I've seen this build floating around a lot too. Is the Runic Live Twin Sprite,
Yeah.
which is like crazy. The deck has so much gas. Every card in your hand gets you to where you want to be.
Exactly.
Almost, and it's just wild. Like Live Twin gets you there, Runic gets you there, Sprite gets you there. It all gets you to where you want to be on your end board. And it has so many different end boards that it's like hard to prepare and side for it at that point because it's like, what are you going to side against that?
Yeah.
Dark Ruler no more. I hope you're siding it.
Lava
Sure.
Golem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at this, and then you just lose to Fountain Draw 3.
Yeah.
Not
Hand
me.
traps. Drawing the hand traps. Oh.
Crazy. Did you say not me?
Not me. Let's go. Bring that fountain.
Built different. Built different.
Chain Cosmic.
Oh yeah, which I think Cosmic is actually like main deck worthy.
Yeah. I actually think
And-
Cosmic
I
is
was-
better against like Runic variants than a lot of like than almost better against
Trap
Runic
decks.
variants than Trap decks right now.
Yeah,
And then
I would agree.
I summon Mugen.
And I think even against Kashtira too, like hitting their
Hitting
birth for the
birth.
crackback, it's like if they don't like top deck a name or have preparation set up, it's
It's done.
that
It's
sucks.
Yeah.
flushed.
Yeah.
Like trap decks, half the trap cards they're setting are chainable, right? It's like if you blind hit like Cosmic a card and they just chain it, it feels really bad. But like
Yeah.
hitting something like a birth or a fountain, it's always good. Hitting whatever back row branded has, like forcing it out
Mhm.
is really good. So
I was telling Nick too for Kashtira specifically. I might even I'm very heavily considering because Evenly matches like a main deck card in a lot of decks right now.
mhm.
But I am heavily considering cutting it for Dark Hole / Lightning Storm because what happens is like for Kashtira specifically, any like player with sense is going to be siding Lancia against you going first or going second. And if they just draw that against your evenly matched, you resolve without effect and your card's just dead.
How popular is Lancia right now? I know people have been like on and off it this entire format. Like people are super split on
I've
whether
been
they should play
watching
it.
a lot of like content creators on YouTube talking about how like mandatory it is to be playing Lancia at the moment.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming most players going to like the YCSs and all the events right now are watching that content and being like, yeah, okay, I'm going to like pretty much follow these because everyone's releasing because the format's so diverse. They're like, what are the tech cards? What are the side deck cards? What are the main deck cards? And everyone's like grasping for that because they have no clue what to play at the moment. So I would expect going forward Lancia to be really strong.
Yeah.
I know Jake Quincy was talking about how important he thinks Lancia is. So I don't know.
I'm trying to
Might
think
be
of
worth a
like what
try.
decks it hits, right? Like it obviously hits Kashtira, which is probably more than enough reason to play it.
Hurts
Um,
Brandon.
Mhm.
Like like I guess during like the Tri Brigade formats, people were citing Lancia just for Tri Brigade because it was so
Mhm.
prevalent in the meta.
Mhm.
So it's pretty good against branded because you could hit the Lubellion,
Lubellion.
right?
It's also pretty good against Runic.
It's good against Runic.
Yeah, very
for
good against
yeah.
Runic.
The issue I actually don't think it's that good against Runic because you can't Lancia on your own turn, and that's when they're using half their interruptions.
Yeah, true.
So
That's true.
It's good, like
That is
if
true.
they're trying, because if like it's rooting Nigeria and say like they're only playing, like sometimes you can get them with Lancia if they're going first. But I understand like also Lancia being really good at tech card for evenly matched. Especially just like how like
Well, yeah, Lancia being good against evenly matched exactly too is almost enough reason because everyone's maining evenly.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a $5
Like
card.
half the decks in the format are maining it. Yeah, shout out Beware of Trap Tricks for giving everybody evenly.
It's awful.
Thank you.
It's great,
Thank
but it's
God.
awful.
Yeah.
I think for the 3v3, I'm testing the adventure package. I know people were
Yeah, how
testing
are you
it.
liking that?
I am liking it now. I made a little bit of a change. I cut preparations and I put a legal night in, and I'm keeping birth at 3, so it feels pretty
You
good.
cut
I
prep.
cut prep just because it's like for my build, it's a little bit more bricky. I'll side it in, but
Well,
because
you
I
know
can
what?
cut the whole adventure package, I can cut it all game 2 or 3 or whatever. But I see it more
That-
as like an engine, not so much.
I feel like that's not so bad. Like I'm siding prep out, going first or second a lot of the time. And like when you draw like a weird hand, if you have prep in hand, sometimes if your hand was like exactly a weird hand, prep will pull you out of like a weird
Yeah.
situation. But I will say prep does play around evenly matched.
Yep.
Because you can go like if you set up a Rise Heart preparations and they go battle phase and you go start step, you a Rise Heart banish itself, so all the materials get banished, so they don't, and then you just prep it back. You keep the preparations, bring back the Fenrir, then you have like an interruption. at
Yeah.
least. But how often is that going to come up? I don't know. Is it worth playing? I don't know. I don't know. It's
Prep's a
interesting
weird
that you
card,
cut it. I might
right?
have to test that.
I think
I'm
people
trying it
started
for
playing Prep
Adventured.
because of the trap, because of all the trap decks in the meta, right?
Yeah, because
So-
the game. Yeah.
Because it got double value off of that. It was obviously like kind of fine before that because it's a slower birth basically, except not as
Mhm.
good because it's only banished
Yeah.
your hand, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's basically like if you expect to see less trap decks, maybe cutting prep is fine. If you still expect to see a lot of trap decks, then you probably leave prep in. And I think that's like the simplicity of it. Because
Or
like
if I know my opponent's unevenly or something.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no, because if you get evenly, then you won't be able to trigger your prep anyways.
Really?
Because by the time it resolves, you won't have you either won't have prep on field or you won't have Kashtira monster on field because you'll be left with one card.
It depends if it was
like
attached.
the way
with
you have to
material.
play it is you have to Rise Heart banish itself, so the materials get banished instead of sent to grave
Oh,
in the start step. That way,
True.
because if you just banish the Kashtira Rise Heart off of it evenly, it gets banished face
True.
down, and the materials go to grave. Prep can't revive any of them because it has to be banished or hand.
True.
But even still, like, why not just keep the Arise Heart at that
Well,
point?
that
Yeah.
that
You know,
that's
it's a
basically what I was saying. It's like because prep doesn't chain directly to a trap card, so you're not gonna if you're saying you could play prep because you're gonna get evenly matched. It's never gonna trigger to rip a card out of your opponent's hand.
Yeah. I think for my build,
Actually, if you go start step, Arise Heart banish, keep the prep, and then they go evenly, you can trigger off of it, right? Because you revive the Fenrir, and then you can't
because
it
on
would just miss- it
resolution
would
of
just-
evenly,
no window.
you're never gonna be able to trigger meet the trigger effect
Yeah, no
because it's
window.
a trigger.
You're right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So at that point, it's like, yeah, it's probably just not worth playing at that point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try testing without it. Like,
It's weird though
Big
because
Bang
it's
is
like
just better.
I mean, you have to play Big Bang because it helps you. It helps you with
Part
your
of
big
combo.
combo if you have it. And
Yeah,
sometimes
and
it
it's
helps
just
you
like-
play through stuff. Honestly,
Well, like honestly, it's so good. Like you have, especially if you're on a Rise Heart control
mm-hmm.
and you have Big Bang and they just swarm the board like Sprite. Sprite will swarm the board and then you just like
You
Big
flip
Bang
Big
them and they're
Bang,
like
yeah.
It's insane. Yeah, they
Yeah.
lose.
so crazy. And I've also bricked with Big Bang in hand and just like it's been enough.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I set up like an Xyz monster, like one
It's like Stronger
Shangri-Era.
Era. You end on Stronger Era, Fenrir, and set Big Bang.
Mm-hmm. It's enough. A lot of times it's enough, and your opponent doesn't like play around it because like who expects you to have just drawn the one of Big Bang in a brick hand, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
What are
I
you
think-
guys doing to prepare for the 3v3?
Testing on Dueling Book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Yep.
test a lot because I don't know what I'm gonna play yet. Right. I also need to see if I could get card. I'm missing a couple cards for tier if I'm gonna play it. I need like, what do I need? I need the Grapha Fusion actually.
Oh,
It's such a
that's
good
terrifying. Oh my
that
god.
card is
card's
so
good.
good.
That's so
good.
terrifying.
Card's really
Now
good.
maybe I'll try to probably pick it up at locals this weekend because I'm sure someone there has it. I just
Yeah,
need to find
sure.
one.
They go evenly matched. You say effect
I
discard a
see
card.
how you say negate.
Yeah.
I don't think I think I have basically everything else though, because I tested like the Draco Sack Cherubini stuff and I didn't like it. I don't think it's very good because if you have to do
Well, it's
that,
never
you're,
getting you out of a pinch.
you're
really.
losing that
It's-
game anyways. I'd rather just
Yeah.
set up a Fenrir, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
But I think like that's all I'm missing for the most part because I have Rocalos. I have all the tier stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then all the tech cards, just like whatever. I have the King of the Swamps and all that fun
Mhm.
stuff. Fenrir, or yeah, because I'm just playing Fenrirs in one Great Soth, and I have all that. But
Andy, are you going to the 3v3?
Probably. I don't know if I'll have a team or not, but if I don't, then I'll probably just be there just to watch and cheer you guys on.
and talk to the vendors.
Just 1v3, dude.
Most likely. I mean, I could just. 1v3. I'll be
I bet
there
you could
and
convince
see.
Pap to go in Austin.
Yeah, I'll see.
True.
Unless Swartley's playing at the VIP qualifier.
That's
But I think
another
the
thing.
3v3 is just more worth to play in because like you
What's
have
the
to get
pricing
first
for
to the
the
VIP
3v3?
qualifier.
How do you?
You
I
gotta-
don't know.
Rest of this.
I can look real quick.
I'm on Facebook right now, so I could actually check.
But I was thinking about other like tech cards that are really good in this format, and Kurikara is like coming up a lot.
Curry
Mhm.
Car is so good.
A lot of people were dissing on it, and we're saying like the card was like, it's like not the greatest, but like just being like anything, and then like it just gets sent to the graveyard, the Rise Heart effect, and then it's like, Kurikara, and it's just like, bro.
I think
Curry
it's
Car is good, but you're conceding. You're basically making a concession to the point where like you're allowing your opponent to establish a board in hopes that
They'll
Curry
activate.
Car will out it.
Yeah, they'll
I think
activate
that,
everything.
I think Kurikara's good right now because it's really, really, really strong against exactly Kashtira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long as
and
Kashtira's
Runic
relevant,
Naturia.
it's good. It's pretty good against
Oh.
Naturia too.
Because they set up Baron Naturia Beast, you trigger both, and then you Curry Kara, and you pretty much kill them.
Yeah, you have to hope that they don't hold. I mean, I was gonna say you can't negate Kurikara because it just tributes everything. It just summons, which
Yeah.
is kind of
And
insane.
even if they like, yeah, it's
And it's great in a Sword Soul if you're for some reason your opponent's on that.
I don't think that deck's bad. That deck's
Sword
like
Soul is
perfectly
very
fine.
It's not
Fair.
bad. It's just like I have not played against
I
it.
played
yet.
against it at that
It's a
last
very
event,
fair-
and my god, it was Swift 2-0.
I think Kurikara's a very talent-esque card. You know,
yeah.
where it's good, but it's only good if you allow your opponent to play.
Yeah.
And your opponent has to play. So if you're not able to bait anything out of your opponent, because if they don't let anything threaten them and they don't activate any effects, you just like,
Yeah.
you're like, ooh.
I need a bide.
I think it's- To me, I think it boils down to like if your deck can play Lava Golem, play that. If not, Curry Car is probably decent.
I'm not in love with Lava Golem right now. Because it doesn't do anything against a Rise Heart Pass. I think I'd rather just play Kaiju's usually.
Kaiju's.
I
are
think
sad.
like
Oh.
for me, the problem with the Rise Heart Pass is that I think it's good, but I think it loses to more. Whereas like the combo variant, where even if you're going just a step past Rise Heart Pass, where it's like
It's
Shangri-Ira,
it's the
a Rise Heart
1.5.
Fenrir.
There's like the lock 3 zones with the Rise Heart. And
Yeah.
then you end on
Yeah, at that point, like you lose to basically Nibiru and like board breakers, whereas like everything else loses to board breakers, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think the Rise Heart Pass just loses to more unless you have Lance.
It's just
But I don't
different
know.
strategies.
It's basically boils down to like with Cashier. It's pretty easy. Like if you're like a decent player, you find out what they're on game one, and then games 2 and 3 you just play around that. So I don't know. It's not too. I really like the flexibility of the deck right now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different combo lines with it, and I think it's cool. I like.
Mhm.
I really like being able to use it as a rank 7 engine. Actually, I think it's really
Yes.
cool.
It's really cool.
Mhm.
There's a lot of cool rank 7s that you could like do stuff with. And I want to test a really bad version of it just because I can.
Throw some fog,
What do you
fog king
mean by
action
that?
What
in
do you
there.
mean? I want to play Cash Tier or Harpy at a local because you can make
Oh
Raid
my
Raptor. You
gosh.
can make Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. Summon a Harpy from decks like Perfumer or Channeler, which are both like combo pieces. Get a free rank 4 on the board, and then finish your Cash Tier combo.
Please do it.
It's really good,
Dude.
actually. It's kind of crazy. Like if Dweller was meta, or if like there's like okay, so I was talking to one of our friends, Modder, about this, and he's like, you could literally do that and just make an end board of like obviously. So the Arsenal Falcon is probably just going to stay on field. That's kind of whatever.
Mhm.
But you could end on like Arsenal Falcon, a Rise Heart, Baguska, and just like
Yeah,
pass
that's
your turn.
gross.
It's pretty good.
It's
pretty
pretty
good.
They have to deal with the Baguska. If they deal with the Baguska, then your Rise Heart is able to banish something. So
Jake was
Sounds-
telling me
You
about
wanna
the
know what-
Scareclaw one. There was like a Scareclaw.
Yeah,
mix.
I don't know how good it is, but I want to test it
It'd be so
because
funny.
I don't know the
It
Scareclaw
seems
cards
cool.
do.
They're
neither do
cool.
I. That's why I have no idea what's going on. Like I think I played against Scareclaw maybe one time.
The deck's really good. If it pops off, it plays right in the nib though.
Try
But,
hard.
yeah, and the problem is once you deal with the Link 3, it's like
the deck
Yeah.
pops
played
a lot of
against-
cards. The entire deck is like, let me set up Tryhard, so like like a floodgate, and then I'll pop like 3 cards on your turn.
Yeah.
I played against Speedroid Kashtira today on Dueling.
Oh my
Get to chill
God.
with that.
That's
That
amazing.
sounds awesome.
No, it's not.
That sounds awesome.
He lost to everything.
Oh,
harder.
Yeah, but I bet he
no.
was having more fun than you.
He was having fun.
No, you want to know how I know he wasn't having fun?
How?
Because it was DV rated, and game 1 he sets up the big Crystal Wing synchro, the one that has like the unaffected by monsters and the spell trap negate.
Oh, okay.
And he sets it up, and I'm like, okay, I add Book of Moon, and I know I added off Prosperity, so he knows I have it, and I just like hold on to it. I make 4 material Zeus, and I attempt to play around it. He has Imperm, whatever. I just go battle phase, attack over Crystal Wing. This is game 1. We didn't even get to game 2 or 3. Attacked over the Crystal Wing, main phase 2, birth, normal summon Fenrir, and he just quit the game. And I was like, bro, that was your big play.
That's
It was
funny.
but
I love that we're playing out, like, trying out funny stuff too. Like at the end of the day, it's like all about trying to have fun with the decks that you have,
That's my favorite
Um,
part of Yu-Gi-Oh.
dude. Like I'm saying, I'm trying out Plunder Runic, dude. This deck is so fun.
That deck is
Oh my
good.
goodness.
Plunder Runic.
Plunder Yord. I was telling Nick because Nick was wanting to play the deck too, or he was trying it out with the adventure package, I believe, or it was. the
I
Runic-
played it with like as it was before Yord.
Yeah. And
Yord.
Yord made the deck
Yord.
so much more fun to play with because it allows you just to like grab whatever you need from your graveyard and then be able to get a body out on the field and then just being
Mhm.
like set one pass and then they go draw and they say on the draw phase activate rivalry. You're locked into fiends now, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
pretty
buddy.
sweet.
Your whole play is to
Yeah,
is
buddy.
to rival your
And then you're
opponent.
facing Lab.
Yeah, but then
it's a rivalry your opponent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't even need to give him the token. The rivalry's probably gonna do it on its own.
If I'm going against Labyrinth, then I lost that one regardless.
Imagine they
Yeah.
go normal Ariana. You're like, oh
Hey,
man.
I'm
Okay.
like, ah. Actually,
Yeah,
I
anyway,
did go
no more
against.
area.
I actually did go against a Labyrinth player just recently, and then you know what? Like you just said, I just normal summoned Danko Seka and they scooped.
Oh,
I told you, man. Like
Danko
people are playing
Sekai,
Danko
really.
Sekai. That deck's like not playable.
Just play Foolish Burial Goods and Big Welcome Labyrinth.
True.
OP.
Bullish burial.
Wait a bunch of turns, and then maybe you'll get to out it.
Yeah.
Effect Veiler.
It's only. Yeah,
What would
it's-
someone do if they Dankoed me and then they went main phase and I went Veiler?
Yeah.
Damn.
Would they?
Damn. You got that, man.
I'm gonna do it sometime. I
Yeah, man. You just had the Valor. Yo,
just had the Valor.
You had to have the
You
Valor.
had to
Yo.
Anyways, normal summon Denko Sekka.
That's funny.
Good time.
good time. Yeah.
And then for the YCS, let's talk about preparing for the YCS a little bit. I was thinking, because I know Mater was saying this, if you want to prepare for the YCS, you might as well start testing post Cyberstorm Access.
Yeah, you have to, because Cyberstorm Access comes out like beginning of
Like
May.
I can look it up.
of May. But
Which
yeah.
no, you.
Okay. I was saying one of the decks that I'm really interested in is definitely the Purely deck. And literally yesterday, me, Cam, and Water were like in a call, just like trying to figure out the best way to play with that deck and setting it up for like after Cyberstorm Access comes out and possibly playing for the YCS. It's just kind of crazy to think about. Obviously, there's a lot more that's gonna be like impacted because I know like Sprite gets the Spriggans card. Manadome comes out, which is really really cool. I saw Nick play that.
Yeah, I want to play that deck.
Branded.
gets a Bestial Alibur, which I don't know what that card says, but apparently it's another daddy card. So I guess
they get a lot of cards.
They get Expulsion, but
Yeah,
in
they-
a fusion.
Yeah, they get fusion expulsion basically.
Hopefully they get enough to where they finally just get rid of Branded Fusion.
they just get rid of Alibur.
If you hit that card to 1, the deck's fine. Oh, new Makonko card. That's
New
cool.
Makonko.
So the set comes out May 3rd.
Oh
So,
wow.
basically my thought process is once the 3v3 ends, I'm probably just going to be testing post Cyberstorm Access.
Yeah.
Like 90% of my testing games will probably be that. Because like I said, this is my first YCS, dude. Like,
You gotta prep.
You want to
am
ball
I
out.
am I gonna bust? Probably, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
try your darndest.
don't be
Same.
me and like play something fun in major tournaments because you think it's fun.
What was it, Striker? You played?
Yeah, I did it
right?
twice actually.
I mean,
did it at
Striker.
Hartford. I did it.
did it twice,
I'm not gonna
actually.
lie, Striker's at
Hey,
a decent
I did
spot
it.
right
I
now.
did it at Hartford, and I think I was the last person from our group standing in the tournament. So, and then I
That's
did it at
Still something, man.
at Nats, and then that didn't happen at Nats.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I mean, Striker's kind of cool, man.
I'm not playing Striker. I
Pull
am
Ryan.
not playing
Yeah.
Striker.
Ray versus a Rise.
What are you guys gonna be playing post Cyberstorm Access?
Purely.
I don't know.
I'm gonna stick with Kashtira until it gets nuked.
Yeah, thinking about sticking on Cashier for a while too. I'm really enjoying that deck, man.
Do you know what's gonna be really
It's-
sad? We're gonna
What?
we're gonna test post Cyberstorm Access, and then we're gonna get a ban list like right before
Yeah.
Philly, and then it's just
Yeah.
gonna screw
Yeah, I
everybody
was
up.
saying to Mater, he was like, "We got to prepare for a ban." This I was like, "Yeah, hopefully it's a good one and not just Fenrir to 1 and wind up carriers and Mady on the
Yeah, bro.
all day."
I'm gonna
Dude,
get
if
so-
Maybe gets
that's
unlimited,
so
I'm playing wind up
dumb.
hand loop.
Yeah,
Bro, wind up hand loop. Wind up was my first competitive deck I ever built.
I've heard of terrible stories of when Wind Up was
I think you mean great
Crazy.
stories.
maybe great. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for.
Not really. I didn't really
I don't
enjoy a
even
hand
think
loop
s-
format.
I never played in that format.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to expect.
But I mean, now it's like, what are they gonna do against a Nibiru, dude? like,
Cross out.
I do think they're gonna
Yeah,
hit Runic
yeah, well-
cards because Runic is getting very, very like kind of toxic in a sense.
Fountain to 1.
It, to be honest, I think Fountain and Tip should be hit, just to cut down the consistency. And even then, even if Fountain at 1 isn't the worst,
Yo, low
The
key.
problem is that like in TCG, Runic, like it's good, but it like what's it winning?
it's
I think it's too
it's good as
splashable
an
of
engine. It's really good as an
I
engine.
I agree with that. That's true.
Because just seeing like Fountain plus like say like 2 starters and like you just Runic Tip.
But what do you think stronger, the Adventure Engine or the Runic Engine?
That's
I would much rather face the adventure engine than
think
the
I'd-
runic
yeah.
engine.
because at least I
You think so?
know like hey,
I would agree.
The
They-
adventure engine. Go ahead,
Yeah.
finish, Andy.
I was gonna say like they have a searchable imperm, man, or a searchable. They have a searchable imperm, a searchable just pop on the field. They have a searchable just
Mhm.
you can battle into Naturia Beast, and then when you think you're about to destroy it, they just change Slumber to protect it from battle. That's kind of gross, man.
If it's going second, the
Yeah.
adventure engine's pretty strong though.
Yes,
The
Legal
Runic Heart's all
Knight
ghost
is
heavy,
Legal
really
Knight's
good.
pretty sweet.
like
Legal
I get
Knight, Draco
the Legal
back,
Knight is really
uh-oh.
good. I like Draco back, but it's like I think to be honest, Runic is also just draw 3. Draw 3
yeah.
is
Draw 3 is
kind
pretty
of
good.
Every
crazy.
turn,
They draw
three.
three.
and
is
every
absurd.
time you activate the card.
It's like, yeah, ash me. I don't care. I'm gonna
Soft,
draw
soft
3
once
next
per
turn.
turn, by the way. Soft once per turn.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like it's sort of like a power creep with between the adventure package. When the adventure package came out, that was like the only thing that was like as powerful like as Splash Wolf an engine. That's the first time I've ever seen an engine.
I'm not gonna lie. When Adventure came out, I did not like that format.
I prank.
I mean, because
There
it
were-
was
there were,
adventure
like,
everything, right? It's
parts,
like
but-
let's just throw
Yeah.
adventure into whatever we can, and it works.
Ugh.
normal summon.
I liked certain adventure decks, but I just think that format was just such a cluster, dude.
Normal summon Dropsies. Link into Meow Meow Meow.
No,
No more.
Not that
no
deck.
more.
I will say though, bro, like I crapped on Adventure Prank Kids with my DPE Dragon Link deck. It just crapped all over that deck.
Yeah, what do they do? You set up
Loved
like
it.
an Omni Negate and a pop. Like they can't deal with both of
Yeah.
those. Like that's
They-
literally all you need.
I miss that deck, man. I miss
DPE.
DPE
Oh.
Dragons so much.
Chaos Ruler. Oh,
Stop.
Oh my
he's
gosh! Wait, that
sleeping
reminded
now.
me.
Stop.
You guys saw the OCG ban list, right? And you see that tier
Yeah.
is still
Yes.
being played over there.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
They're living in their own wonderland, man.
They got Chaos Ruler. They're making it work.
Yeah.
Joshua Schmidt basically
Yeah.
said that they took they took all Power of the Elements and they just said, "We're not playing with this core.
Yeah, we're
At
not
all.
playing
We're not-
with
we're
this set
not-
we're
anymore.
putting this set in the
right?
trash.
This
We
set
put
never
this set in
happened.
the trash. We're putting Maze of Memories in the not Maze of Memories, Mama in the trash because they took all of like, it's like they're not hitting like the good cards. Like Chaos Ruler is such a good card and they're not hitting it, and it makes me upset because it's like and it took them this long.
I think
to
we'll
hit
get
Elf.
Chaos Ruler back now that
Let me tell you,
Tier's
Jake,
gone.
I don't think we're getting that card
That card is
I do.
way too good.
I do. If I think it'll happen.
That's true. If you co-part
willing
enough,
it.
it'll
Will it?
happen.
I could make Chaos
Oh,
Ruler in my
Chaos
player deck.
Ruler with the Ishizus. Oh, that's what's left. Oh my god.
I would absolutely play Punk something if Chaos Ruler came off
Oh
the
my
list.
Jake,
god.
Imagine
100%.
Chaos Ruler, Naturia, Runic. That sounds disgusting.
Oh,
That is absolutely gross.
Nah. I'm playing Dragons again if Chaos Ruler comes off the list. That's
You don't even
I'm-
care if you search for
Blah,
a light.
Oh man, I need my Chaos Ruler back. I still have my French copy that Swartley gave to me.
Chaos
Mr.
Ruler.
I
Swartley.
miss that card.
You
Mr.
spec it
Swartz.
out by banishing a light and dark, make
Chef
Hot
do
red.
Chaos.
Chef, yeah, the Chef do Chaos.
no.
Chef
That's
Chaos.
such a
Yeah.
cool
Chef.
name.
he's a
Chef.
a chef.
Summon Chef.
Chef effect.
I miss Chef.
Summon Hungry Burger, new Hungry Burger deck. That's what
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I
be
think-
playing
Oh
when
my
it comes
god.
out.
I'm just so excited. I'm gonna
Bro.
get that deck.
You got it,
It
man.
sounds
Nick,
like
you've
so
been
much
waiting for
fun.
that
Nick's-
deck.
I feel like
I want
Nick's been
that big
talking
old
about Hungry Burger
floodgate. I
forever.
want it.
The new burger.
Oh, you know what Nick's waiting for?
What?
Ojama support.
Oh
dude.
my god, yeah.
Once that comes out, you're
The
never
real
gonna see Nick
zone
play
lock.
another deck
Kashtira
ever again.
Ojama.
The
Let's
real
go.
zone lock.
Can you
Nick
imagine
has the
Kashtira
best
Ojama? Let's go.
Mat I've ever seen.
You need a
Oh, Nick, please show your Ojama.
Yeah, okay, I'll look for it.
yeah,
As
okay.
he's looking for it. That mat's a piece of beauty, man. I love that mat. Every time he
Alright,
comes
here
out,
it is.
I
Here
love
it
it so
is.
much.
the
Yes.
little banana underwear, dude.
Yes. It's so beautiful.
That's the greatest mat of all time.
It's pretty
showed me.
You can't
sweet.
even argue with it.
I looked at that and I was like,
I can
the
make
heck is
more
that?
if you guys want me to make more.
Yeah.
We could. That's our logo, bro.
That's
our-
my favorite part is you made that yourself.
Yeah, well, I just it was awesome.
Nick's like, I want it so
I was like,
bad,
I
I'm
love
gonna make it."
Ojama King. I'm gonna get the mat.
We could have Ojama King as our mascot, bro.
Nick, aren't you in like one of Jen and Susu's videos with that mat?
Yeah, where he was cheating.
Where he
He's
was cheating.
Oh man.
Jake told me after.
It was an accident. He didn't know.
No. He had to read every single card that I was playing because I was playing Mech Knights.
Was he playing Prank Kids?
Hey, that's the right thing to do though. You gotta read the cards.
pretty sure he
it
was
was
playing-
PK.
Absolutely.
It was PK.
It was PK.
Oh, PK, DPE.
Not
no,
fun. Not
he's
fun.
scythe blocking
PK.
That was
PK
that was that
DP is not
format.
fun.
That was the format, right? That was the
Yeah.
Brave format. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
not
unmatched
fun.
gaming, man.
that
was
was
fun.
that
That was their first
their very
tournament,
first tournament
ever.
That was fun.
That was their opening.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was terrifying. I was terrified. I don't know about y'all. I was having goosebumps.
Oh yeah, because
Goosebumps.
you had just
Yeah.
kind of gotten back and started playing in the game, right, Andy? You're
Yeah,
still
so
like you'd only been
yeah.
playing for like a month or two.
Yeah, I never really. I even go to locals. I did go with you guys, but like once or twice. So like actually
Mm.
going to a tournament and then having to like face other people like strangers, bro. That crap was weird.
Mhm.
It's
But
a
after a
little
while,
daunting.
I'm just
Other
like
people.
I'm just I'm taking names.
Yeah, you're taking names now.
Yeah, and then I'm going X3 drop.
I'm taking one or two names and then
I'm
going
taking one.
X3
I'm
drop.
taking one of them with me. So, but I'm excited for the YCS. The YCS is gonna be so fun.
Hey, I'm excited for the YCS. Excited for the 3.
I'm excited for the next ban list. Harpour is
Dude.
coming back. I mean,
Yeah.
If Harpour comes back, that would be awesome.
it
Yeah,
will.
I got,
It's
like,
coming back.
bas-
I mean,
got
it's
my
not
max ready.
copium.
Orcust waiting for Harpour.
They just put Galaxy at the 3
Stop.
And-
Oh,
in the OCG.
Stop.
So, Savine, they got it.
They just
want
keep
one
giving everything
Harpour.
else.
That's literally all.
One
engage
singular
Sister
Harpour.
One. What? What's it doing? What's it
Jeez.
doing?
They put Gagari to 2, or no, they put Gagari to
I
3
keep
actually.
putting these like unfair cards, and it's like really no Harpour.
Yeah, or Gazelle. Put Gazelle to 3.
They're
at this
so
point.
yeah,
upset,
what is
bro.
Gazelle doing? What?
Actually, it like was
Yeah.
topping a YCS, but like it's so
That's
funny.
No, that
one
didn't
time.
count. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
With
It's
the
fine.
adventure
It-
package. I don't know how you.
we talked about this last week. Even it's just like sometimes like when you prepare for one deck, if you're like you could be smart and just play something that people are completely unprepared for and straight up win.
How do you prepare for access code for game?
Well, that's how they were saying. Like,
Swing
update
twice a
jammer.
game,
Like
53,
Joshua-
53.
How do you prepare for that?
so like
Yeah.
Joshua Schmidt was saying how like during the format with Zodiac, I
my
think it was
gosh.
Zodiac Tri Brigade.
Did you try? Yeah.
When it was popular, the deck to beat that at the time, no one knew about it until like there was actually during the YCS was Paleozoic.
Oh,
Joshua Schmidt knew.
But Joshua knew, and he was playing that,
Yes, sir.
and it kind of crapped on people. So it's
Oh, you mean just
unfortunate. we don't-
regular zoo, right? Not try.
Yeah, I think it was probably just
Yeah,
regular.
it was just pure zero.
Yeah, I was
it
gonna
not
say this
tried.
is way before Tri
but
Brigade, but yeah.
Paleozoic because unaffected, man.
It's almost like
crazy.
do you remember you guys probably don't remember actually, but when Sky Striker had first like came out originally, there was like the deck people played to because everyone was on Striker or some variant of Striker. People played Prank Kids, and Prank Kids just won that matchup, and no one was ready for that matchup because it was no one's who's
Mhm.
prepping for Prank Kids
Triple
pre
Red
Meow
Gecko.
Meow
Well, because it was pre
pre Meow
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah,
No
Oh
one was
my
ready for Prank
gosh.
Kids, dude.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
triple Raigeki, man. Oh man. Ray Effect come back. Battle Butler.
Yeah, it won YCS Milan in 2018. Right?
That's amazing.
disgusting.
Yep.
How wild is that? Like,
It is crazy.
Yep.
and it that just comes to show you, like, if you theory out enough, you could probably win with most decks as long as you have a good reason behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I was like. Also, I'm like very excited to see like what people are bringing to the YCS and the WCQ that's coming up in North Carolina.
I can tell you exactly what we're going to be bringing. Cash Deer up.
Probably Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Probably Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, someone's gonna be playing with Black Wings, man, and someone's gonna top 32. I just know it.
You know it.
Do they do side events at the YCS?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Some people go just for that,
I might
bro.
hit those up.
The
That's what
WCQ
Ethan
is
does.
about
Do
to
you
be
think Ethan
crazy.
plays in the YCS? No, he
That's how you
you
got
know
them
he
Starlight
goes and
cheats.
he gets side event tickets and stuff and
That
gets
sounds
the prizes.
awesome.
Sells
I know
them.
I'm gonna probably do that at the WCQ, but at YCS I probably want to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But WCQ, I'm
yeah.
deciding I might side event all day.
I can't wait for the because I hear like with like the rivalry of the warlords
Mhm.
like
Those
events they
sell out
have,
fast.
and they're
They're
so
fun. They
cool.
sell out really fast.
I just want to play in those. I just want to see.
I
how
played
they
in
are.
one and had to face against. Well, I don't remember. I got like the Joker's Knight deck when I played it, and I faced
Yeah.
Tunes. Tunes have a Nomni negate, like a counter trap. I lost very fast.
But it's so fun.
Yo,
I
that's
tried to play. He
amazing.
goes, "I'm gonna negate that with my counter trap," and I said, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll set one and pass." And he goes, "Yeah, I got 8,000 damage on board this turn." I'm like, "What?"
I'm
See
making
ya.
Toon
I'm
Red
sitting.
Eyes.
I'm here summoning Queen's Knight, and he's like, "Yeah, I got 8k damage
See
and
ya.
a counter trap."
It sounds insane. I can't.
What a
wait, man.
baller.
It's gonna be so. It's gonna be so.
You
fun.
know what? You know what I want to talk about before we end this episode.
Yeah, I do want to know.
This will be our last little topic. It'll be fun. If you guys could make one deck meta, like meta, what would it be?
Harpies.
Okay, Harpies. Good one.
Mm.
What do you think would make it meta?
I don't even think it would make it meta. Just make it playable, dude. Give it an extender from the
Make
hand.
it playable.
Like no, seriously. Like the issue that because
Like,
I
if
try
you
to make
control, you
Harpies
can
work at
special?
least once a format.
Oh, I know.
The issue
I
is
know.
it loses to any interruption, right? And
Yeah.
it loses specifically to Imperm Veiler because technically you have an extender and Elegant Egotist. But if they Imperm your Harpy Channeler, it's no longer considered Harpy Lady on the field,
Yeah,
so you
Lady
can't
could.
Elegant Egotist. So
Yeah.
just give something that can extend from the hand so you can make the new Synchro or make a Conductor or whatever, and then you could Elegant Egotist and keep playing. Just something like that would be
Okay.
cool. Like, what else do you need to... I mean, do you know what would make it meta? The answer everyone
Link
wants. Make it an easier way to search Harpy's Featherstorm. But I don't really want that.
That
I don't think
sounds
that's fun.
crazy.
What about a Link one?
No.
Link one would be really good.
Link one would be actually really
like
good. In
like,
Harpies, 'cause,
it- your play gets stopped, you
monster
can
on
link
board.
it off into another Harpy Lady. You have your Egotist live. And then give it an effect like you could just make it similar. If you make it similar to like a Harpy, oh my gosh, actually this would be crazy. If you could pitch a card and then add another like Harpy spell or something.
Yeah. Wow.
That'd be crazy because if you
Imagine they just
you
go
pitch a
yeah,
Hysteric
just
Sign, add
one Harpy
Egotist,
card.
and then during the end phase you're able to search Featherstorm. That'd be crazy. That would probably make it meta. Just a Link one that
Yeah,
says
that would be good.
pitch a card, add a card. That's not
would be
Featherstorm,
nuts.
preferably, but
What about you, Nick?
I'm crossed between Mech Knights or Orcists, honestly.
Put them together.
I know, yeah. So put them together and make them way
put
better.
them together.
Put them
No
together.
one will see this one
but
coming.
I honestly don't know what would be what would make them better. Orcus,
Probably
Harpor,
Harpor.
would help.
yeah, but I mean like more so like the
well,
Mech
because
Knight
Harpor
stuff.
plus Gear Soup.
Yeah,
crazy.
honestly, like some crazy World Legacy support would be cool. But the engines like are really sweet. Like Lib, like the weird ones, like Lib's crazy, and like some of
Lib's
the stuff
so
that you
cool.
send to the grave that isn't like I forget what like the World Keyblade or something. Like some of those random
God,
things
dude.
are
And
insane.
The lore behind those cards too is so.
Or
sweet.
scars, like some of those random cards are like so
Oh my
good
God,
and so
Scars.
strong.
Yeah.
I
Scars
just wish
ripping your
that there was
opponent.
just a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know what Orcus would need. Like they have Galatea, right? Galatea's pretty insane on its own.
Yeah, that
says
free
Ding.
trap set is insane.
I guess what they need is like a better normal summon. That's not
Yeah.
like they have Gearsu, but like Gearsu is not necessarily. You have to play into a lot to make Gearsu combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, maybe another Gearsu or like an extender from hand or something would be cool. But
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
Extender
probably break the
from
deck.
hand would be
Orcus
amazing.
is so good
It is.
that you have
So
to
cool,
like
too.
you have to be very careful about the support you would theoretically give it.
Easy making ding.
Yeah,
Oh my god, Ding Girsu is so cool.
I do like.
What you
Ding.
got, Andy?
So I was thinking, I've never played the deck. Well, I have two options. One is a deck that I've never played, but I really, really want to see it like do really well again, and that's Burning Abyss. I'm a huge fan of just like the artwork and the story behind it. Of course, being a Dante's Inferno, the cards just look super cool. Me playing Graf and Seer and PK was just like so cool. But then like seeing like the other cards, especially Virgil's probably like one of my, I love that card. That card is so, he's just a baller with the guitar, bro.
He is.
You want to know something, Andy?
What's up?
Well, much like you, Burning Abyss is my favorite archetype of all time.
Yeah.
It was back when Duelist Alliance came out, 2014, I think.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever built like a real meta deck and taken it to locals before.
Yeah.
And it was back when Dante's were $150 a piece. And the deck was just so cool. But I will absolutely show you how to play BA, because you can 100% take BA to a locals and go undefeated easily.
Yeah.
With a deck like Burning
Oh
Abyss.
my
would
God.
love to.
Because it's all
Please.
about like it's a smoke screen deck. Like you just throw your opponent off guard, and you just, if you know your interactions, you know when to use everything.
Yeah.
You can absolutely just trash your opponent. with it.
Exactly.
Jake, I got a question.
Yeah.
This is a genuine question, all right. But what does
Okay.
BA do against the Rise Heart Pass?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay,
we
fair
lose.
But
We actually lose.
you play non-engine cards just
You,
like
you,
everybody
you
else.
simply kaiju it. You draw
Yeah,
the kaiju.
You simply play Burning Abyss
Yeah.
Kaiju.
But the thing is, that's like the same reason why like I'm a Dolce like can't play this format because of Rise Hard Pass. It's literally, we can't, like, what are you gonna do? You can't activate anything in the graveyard. Also,
Yeah.
another the deck that I also want is Adignister. I love the field spell. I love the way that the whole deck works in a sense. I don't know
Mhm.
what they are as beings, but they look really cool and I like the multicolor. But I think this is broken though. If we had somehow a searchable continuous spell that said when one of them is in the graveyard, add one back of a different color.
Oh my
But
God.
what do you mean by that?
So like red, there's red, you have the purple one, you have a yellow one.
oh, just like the attributes
Yeah.
and stuff.
So you link off. See, like, okay, so it would be like, because you already have a searchable.
So
Literally,
you just link it off and get it back.
you would, but you would get say like purple's in the graveyard, and you use red, link off red, effect,
So-
grab back purple.
Andy, you basically want like Cynet Codec, but for Adignister.
Yeah, we
Okay.
already have so many broken cards. Or that deck.
Hey, Andy, hear me out.
What's up?
How about you get another Towers?
Another
Oh my
towers, and it says cannot be
Two
kaiju.
towers.
Cannot be
Hmm.
tributed, yeah.
Cannot be tributed.
Can I have that in my deck?
And
Andy?
it has 10 million attack.
And it has 10 million attack. Yeah.
What's its out? I don't know, man. I don't really know, man. I guess you're losing.
That's funny.
I'll tell you the out. Scoop.
Your out would have to be
Scoop.
a burn deck.
Herald of the Abyss.
the only out is to get out Gay Dante.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Gay Dante, bro. You ever drop Gay Dante on someone, Andy?
Never. I want to so bad.
You're winning.
They don't know what they're
It's
doing.
very
against
rare that I've dropped Gay Dante and lost, because by the time they out what you've got going on and you do bring out Gay Dante, they're kind of like, dang.
Dang.
Yeah.
Also, I love that. I just love the way the secret rares look beautiful, man.
I love that everyone just calls it Gay Dante too. Like everybody knows what it is.
That's just its
funny.
name.
I
It's
love
just
it.
like how you say Papega Ruler. Everyone knows who Papega
Everyone
Ruler is.
knows.
You mean Chef?
Yeah, Chef.
Mm.
Oui, oui.
Chef du Chaos.
Oui, I will mill 5.
It's like the guy from Talladega Nights,
Yeah.
the French dude.
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky.
Oh yes.
Just say you love bigots. Crips.
You know what deck I
Crips.
want?
Yeah. What's up?
I'll tell you right now, Evil Swarm, man.
Evil Swarm is really
Ooh.
cool.
Evil Storm has
I-
so many broken cards, actually. Like, their extra deck monsters are insane.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, they are. The deck just kind of like you're never establishing the board you want on your
No.
first turn.
You're never
It's
getting
the same.
there,
It's the
man.
same thing with Kinstellar. Like I would want Kinstellar to be good again too. But it's like back in those formats, it was literally like you could literally just summon a monster, set 2 and pass, and your opponent's gonna do the same thing. So it's like
You could establish a board.
Now if you set ones, they're just gonna unicorn.
You set
would
one
need
pass,
a
they go,
lot.
I have 10,000 damage on board. Can you stop me?
But nothing felt better than making Ophion search the spell that protects it and just watching your opponent try to out it. It's like, what monster are you summoning
Santa Claus.
below level 5 that has higher than
Santa
2450
Claus.
attack?
Not Santa Claus.
Below level 5?
Santa Claus is getting bought out.
Yes, because Ophion
Yeah,
locks you at a
nothing.
level 5 or
Level 6.
higher.
Nothing.
Santa.
It's like, what level 4 are you summoning with 2500 attack?
Mech Knight Avram, and I'm gonna boost him.
Yeah.
Rush recklessly.
Rush.
Came out of left field with that one.
Imagine
Ego
your
boost.
opponent normal summons Gene Warped Werewolf, attacks and damaged up Rush recklessly.
I'm not gonna
Moon
cap.
Mirror Shield.
I might want
Moon
to
Mirror
play.
Shield, yeah.
What the heck
Drowning
is
Mirror
Super
Force.
Rush recklessly?
Sounds
Wait,
crazy.
what do you say?
Rush
There's a
Reck-
super Rush recklessly?
Yeah, it's a trap.
It is.
Target
That's
one beast
awesome.
monster you control and one your opponent controls. Destroy the first and shuffle the second.
That sucks. Never mind.
it's so bad.
That's so bad.
Sucks.
I'd rather play regular Rush recklessly.
How about this? How about this for the side? We play
Let's hear it.
Drowning Mirror Force.
How about no?
Someone's gotta just please.
Yo, keep that tech locked
I'm
up.
gonna keep it locked up. Don't
Please.
bring
Keep it locked up.
Don't bring it out. Yeah.
Please.
That sucks.
Yo, I'll play Drowning Mirror Force and Labyrinth. Watch me.
Oh
Oh, man,
please.
it's so
Quaking.
funny. Yeah, quaking. Oh,
oh
my goodness.
my god.
Oh,
just-
Geometrio for time.
Yes, dude.
Once
You're
I get
crazy.
my invite, I gotta be playing some Ojama shenanigans.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Once you play, that's
Yo,
literally.
playing the one of Ring of Destruction at the YCS.
Sighting and Ring.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm going to play
Opponent
one
loses
secret
to it.
barrel.
Who plays that?
One secret barrel on
I
the side
do.
for time.
I'm playing Reversal Quiz OTK at the YCS. no
Reversal.
cap.
All right, let's. What
You guys
cards do
ever
I have
seen
at
that
my
deck,
desk?
bro?
Let's see.
No.
What should I play? I got Cyber Dragon cards.
Oh my god. Cyber
Ah.
that actually is a really funny deck.
I've got a
Bro,
Performapal Skull
I have
Red
seen
Joker.
Cyber Dragon Sprite.
I
and it's
also
funny.
I want to do another segment where we talk about like end of the podcast. We bring up like a card we want to build a deck around, and I've
Ooh.
got the perfect one for tonight.
What's
What?
up?
You guys can think of one for another night, but I got tonight's for sure. It's I got the Paradise Smasher, I think it's
Let
called.
me look this up. I have
I'm
DB
looking
open
it
right
up.
now.
Pair of dice. I
Pair
think.
of dice.
Oh.
Oh no, sorry. Number 67, pair a dice.
Paradise
Smasher.
Smasher.
Is that
2
the
plus
one?
is-
level 5s.
A rank 5, 2+ level 5 monsters, and it says, once per turn during your main phase 1, you can detach 2 materials from this card. Each player rolls a 6-sided die twice. The player with the higher total cannot activate monster effects or declare an attack until the end of the next turn. Once per turn, if either player rolls a 6-sided die or dice, while this card has material, you can treat one of the results as 7.
What?
That's really funny.
So you just make your opponent get a super high number, and they can't do anything for 2 turns.
That sounds
very
awesome.
funny.
So that's what Himmels brought up. Cyber Dragons. That's why I thought of that.
I was just
because,
thinking,
I
like,
can't think of any
what
other
what
deck that
rank
can make
5
that.
agents are there?
That would be a really
Oh my
funny.
gosh,
Cyber
wait.
Dragon.
Try it.
There's-
Let's try it.
It would be so fun, man. It came out in Battles of Legend, I think. really
Oh
close
my
to
gosh, we
that.
have to try
looks
That
so
card
cool,
sounds
though.
really funny. I have a whole Cyber Dragon deck. I would throw it together.
We gotta try it out, bro. Just turbo that
Who
card out
cares?
and tell your opponent.
Throw this at
"You can't
locals.
play."
Locals, they would eat that crap
Oh
up.
my god.
Also, like that, like
Instant
Imagine
fusion
resolving
for
that against, like,
Parasicroid. And then Parasicroid
Yo!
and Cyber Dragons into
Wait,
Paradise
instant fusion
Smasher.
plus ready fusion.
What do you say?
Oh.
Yeah, you could ready
Fusion too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's that you can play
Spicy
that.
tag.
Oh, and then someone play Lucky Straight too. Number 7 Lucky Straight. Oh,
Yo,
man.
I'm playing number 7 Lucky Straight at the YCS.
Yes.
A cash
And then
tier,
you
but just
roll
make Lucky
exactly
Straight and
7.
pass.
Yeah, it's Lucky Straight control.
You roll
Oh my
a 7
God.
and you just send all other cards to the graveyard,
yeah.
Instead of making a rise heart.
or
Oh my
just
God.
you could just graceful charity.
Your opponent's scared because you have full combo, but you just end on lucky straight and pass.
Lucky straight birth.
Lucky
I
Straight's
don't
your
need
board
it.
breaker. It's your Zeus. I'm just gonna hit a 7.
I'm just always hitting 7, man.
Well, guys, that was a great session, but I think we need to wrap it up here. We're going a little over time here. But everybody, thank you for tuning in. It's been a great night. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, tell us something funny in the comments. And we will see you guys next week. Be blessed. Peace.
Love
See
you.
ya.